Hey everyone, it is getting into the holiday season and I love entertaining. I love hosting people for dinner. So I thought, why not use my Glowforge to kind of spice up my tablescape, make it look really cute. Now I've seen in a lot of groups, this is not an original idea, but we have been cutting out little phrases like thankful, grateful, that sort of thing. And we're putting it on our tablescape. So I went ahead and designed some, and I linked the font that I use in the description. So I'm gonna show you how to set this up, how to cut it, and how to thicken it to make it cut a little bit easier. But I also have these cute mini charcuterie boards that I got from Hobby Lobby. So I thought, hey, why don't I just alternate the place settings and do one word and then one little phrase on the board. So I think it turned out really nice. I'm gonna show you how to set up the font, how to use special characters in Silhouette Studio, and just the two settings that I used for this. So if you're watching and you want to learn how you can save up to $500 on a new Glowforge, check the link in the description below, and I will link the font that I'm using in this video. So let's go ahead and get started.
Alright guys, you get voiceover Lisa today because when I recorded this, I forgot to unmute my microphone. So I have my word typed out here. You can see the font up at the top is Gelaffi. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced, but that is how I am pronouncing this one. So we're gonna do grateful, thankful, blessed. I know, very, cliche. But I took these, I copied and pasted twice. That way I have the font. Now I have double clicked in my text box. That puts me in text edit mode. That green box indicates text edit mode, and I am just retyping. So we have grateful, thankful, blessed. You know, who doesn't like those phrases for the holidays? So now I am going to put in the extra characters for this font. So this font has what's called special characters, or you'll hear them called glyphs sometimes, that sort of thing. And so the way that you can get the special characters is we're going to go to our text panel. We're going to click that G that you can see right here. This is glyphs. This is in business edition. So again, I always say definitely upgrade to Silhouette Studio business edition, totally worth it. And you scroll down, you can see every character that is in this font. And once you get far enough down, you'll see the little swooshes that go with each letter. So now I've highlighted the last L, and I'm clicking the L with the swoosh and then the G to replace those letters and add it in. So I'm just repeating this for both words, kind of doing that sort of thing, making them fancy, super, super cute. So really easy. The glyphs panel makes it just a couple clicks and you're all set to go. Now one thing to keep in mind is there are a few fonts out there that don't do a special character for each letter. So make sure you're checking it. Make sure that it does have it for what you're looking for. Alright, so the three of these are done. I think they look pretty good. The next thing I'm going to have to do is I am going to take that fill out, because I'm showing you right here that this is a script font and our letters overlap. So even with engraving or even with cutting, you want to make sure you get rid of those overlapping lines by welding. Just click that bottom of the top, that button in the top, sorry. We're getting rid of those overlapping lines. So you can see up at the top right there, weld. Now these are no longer text. It is big objects that we're going to be using to cut and engrave. And we're doing that all with our Glowforge. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of set these up, and I'm going to fill them back in so I can see them a little bit better. And now I'm checking over here on the right side. I'm opening my offset panel. I want to make this just a hair thicker to make it easier to cut out with my wood. So I typed in 0.02, and what this did is it did a slight outline of my words, and you can see it's a little bit thicker, but it doesn't look distorted. So it works out really well. I like it like that. And I'm just filling this in so I can see it a little bit easier. And now we're all set to bring this over to Glowforge. We can use the same file to both cut and engrave. So you select all three, go to File, Save Selection, and save it to your hard drive. A window's gonna pop up, and you want to make sure that you name it correctly, and then you choose SVG in that drop down to convert that over to an SVG file. So let's go over to Glowforge and see how it goes. So our design is uploaded into our Glowforge software. You can see I have a little star there. I was testing my cut settings, making sure I had it pretty good. I am going to be cutting these. So you can go over to the left side, choose cut, and I tested it. You can see here my settings right here. I need it test thick because this is 1/4 inch wood. I don't know what kind of wood this is. This is a scrap piece that was given to me. So, I'm sorry, I can't help you. So I'm resizing it. You can see right now it's set to 10 inches wide. I'm gonna type 9 inches, and I'm going to use the Glowforge software at the bottom to resize. Now this is part of their premium software. Depending on when you're watching this might be paid now. Glowforge had us on a trial for a while. But so far I do like the premium version, so I will continue to use it. And now I'm just rotating this. I want to maximize my space. So what I'm doing is I'm actually going to arrange these with a large gap in the middle. And the reason why is I can use that space in the middle later for another design. So if I leave large areas open, then it makes it easier for later. So I'm just arranging in there. You can see that they're turning green when I hover over. That means I have settings set up and it's in my saved cutting area. And then at the top, while I'm doing this, you'll see I have it set to thick basswood plywood. That worked well for this. And now I'm just hitting print. It's going to send the information over, kind of figure out how long it's going to take my machine to cut this out, and then I'll be ready to go. So the good thing is this is just a cut, not an engrave. So this will be a little bit faster than if you were to do an engrave where you go over and over the object to create that design in there. So we're going to let this prepare. Once it's ready to go, you're going to see the footage of it cutting, and then you'll see me set up the next project. I'm really crushing it with my microphone. VoiceOver Lisa again, checking in. So you can see the words are in the same spot as the last run, but I have the 3 charcuterie boards in there. These are these really cute boards. I got them from Hobby Lobby. One tip is whenever a new season is starting and set up, go get the stuff right away because it sells out quickly. So I'm going to take my words and I'm going to resize them. Each of these are going to be 4 inches wide because these are really small boards. I think they're about 4.5 to 5 inches wide. So we're going to go over here, put them at 4 inches. Now I'm holding down shift while I rotate. It allows me to rotate at 45-degree angles. And now we're taking our words and we are rotating them to be vertical. Now I just went up to the top and I hit set focus. The reason why I'm doing this is I want to kind of make sure the picture on my Glowforge is correct based on how far away my my object is. So I'm going to keep rotating these as it focuses. You can see in the top right corner it's still focusing, so you're going to see the image change a little bit, but I'm going to kind of set up the base of what I'm doing. So I'm lining them up on my boards, trying to put them about the same place. But one trick to make sure that they're all about the same spot on your boards is we're going to look at the X and Y axis down here at the bottom. So you can see the Y axis, which is vertical, it's at 4.5. So I copied the value from the first one and I'm pasting it into each other word to make sure that they're all lined up in the same spot. So if Glowforge is watching this, I would love align tools, but until we get those, this is how we're setting it up. So we're just making sure we're putting in the same X and Y axis. You can see that this just changed. My focus is set, so I'm just using my little arrows to nudge it over. I'm moving them all together. I selected them all together, and I'm just nudging them to fit better on my charcuterie boards. And now I'm nudging down the words on the second two, just to make sure they sit at about the same spot on each board. Just a couple more nudges using my arrows. You know, I'm a little picky, so I'm just making sure I have it in there nicely. Now I went over to the left, I'm choosing my engrave settings, and I am choosing my settings for bamboo. Now those work really well for this. I have found that it gives me a pretty consistent look. Now keep in mind, bamboo as a wood overall can be really can be difficult. So you can see my material wasn't up high enough, so I'm gonna have to go in there and prop it up a little bit more. We have it all set up like that. I'm gonna go ahead and set it up. You can see this is me fumbling, but all I did was I just put one more prop underneath my boards, and I was ready to go. So the same process, I'm gonna go ahead and show you me doing this, and we're all good.
I have some finished items for you. So here are the 3 tables: blessed, grateful, and thankful. Now these are going to be painted, so I'm not worried too much about the charring that's going on. You could take denatured alcohol and clean this off, but I'm just going to be painting this, so I'm not worried at all. And then I have my cutie little charcuterie boards. So blessed, thankful, and grateful. Now, one thing whenever you're engraving boards like this is you may notice there's almost like a sappy look to it. So you do want to go ahead and clean that off. And I like to use finishing oil for cutting boards to kind of correct this, make it look really nice, but really, really cute. So I'm excited for holiday dinner. Gonna alternate the seeds, and I might even do like I saw in the picture for the tag for this, they did like a tiny little mini charcuterie spread. So I'm really excited about it. Hopefully this helped you out. I wanted to take one design and kind of set it up 2 different ways for the holidays, and to be honest, I really love it. So if you like this video, hit the like button, and if you've been watching and you want to get more, hit the subscribe button. If you've been watching and you don't even like me, you can subscribe too. Either way, it helps me out. And if you want to go ahead and get your own Glowforge, check the link in my description to get $500 off a new machine.